Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Ashby from the Breakthrough Company. We help business owners and managers get the best from their business, their team, and themselves. What I'm going to talk about in this short session is tips and tricks for delivering in front of an audience to improve or lift the confidence that you need to give a great presentation, a compelling presentation. You know, one of the things is you should always feel slightly anxious before a presentation. If I'm not anxious before a speech, I actually get a bit anxious that I'm not anxious enough. You need to have that adrenaline going. You need to be focused and alert. Can I tell you, here's the best advice I've ever had on public speaking. You can never overact. You can never overact. Before you start a presentation, say to yourself, this is a performance. I am putting on an act. I'm taking on the role of being a confident presenter. Remember, a presentation is not a conversation. Relaxed is fine, boring is not. So over-modulate your voice. Go up and down a lot. Over-enunciate and dramatize. Be uncomfortable, because if you're not uncomfortable, frankly, you're just being boring. Use your hands. Nothing worse than people who are standing there rigid or they don't know where, and the audience are going, what's he going to do with his hands? Simplest one is pretend you're holding a basketball. You see I do that quite naturally learned over many years. Imagine there's a box in front of your torso so you don't kind of go up and down and lose yourself out there. Keep your hand movements within that box unless you are explicitly wanting a wide, inclusive gesture, which I do sometimes, but generally I try and hold them there. I tend to be fine with my hands. Maybe I move them a little bit too much. If you're worried about that and you kind of think, I've got to get my hands under control, simple, just hold them together in a pyramid like that when you're not gesturing. And that way you're conveying a message of confidence and control regardless of how violently your knees are shaking. My knees still shake sometimes. Matt Church, an Australian guy who's mentored us over the years, he runs an outstanding program on speakership. He says, before you go on, remember that you don't matter, they don't care, and they're not listening. I always think about that. And that always stops me thinking that people are looking at me or judging me or somehow kind of I'm on show. And then I can relax and speak without constraint. So before presentation, practice delivering it on your own. Practice making sure that you overact, that you over-modulate your voice and you use gestures until you can do it without feeling self-conscious, until you get past that kind of, oh, this is going to look weird. Forget it. Nobody cares. Nobody's listening. You don't matter.